So a little bit of a different subject today. I'm going to talk about how you transfer a domain from GoDaddy into Google Domains. So I've been doing this with my domains. Why would you want to do that? Well, first of all, if I just go and hop over to the Google Domains pricing, the pricing is really good. $17 Canadian per year. That's probably lower in US dollars. And the default features are very good as well. You get the privacy built in. Domain forwarding was already there on GoDaddy, but there's also email forwarding. I have two domains that are parked, so this will be pretty good for me because I can just forward emails into my main Gmail account. So how would we do it? Well, you start by going to domains.google.com, and it tells you to search for a domain name, but I'd like to transfer instead. Okay, so you click that. Okay, now I've already got one on its way in, so you may not have that incoming transfer. But you can type in the domain name that you do want to transfer. So I'm going to transfer in the domain that goes with my YouTube channel, devbasemedia.com. I'll hit continue. So now this is going to require me to do certain things. So over on GoDaddy, I have devbasemedia.com locked. It's like a default security feature. Your domain is locked to prevent transfer out. Well, obviously I got to unlock it. And then I'm going to get an authorization code from GoDaddy in order to do the transfer. So if I go over to my GoDaddy account, here's my domains. This one is in transit right now, but this one I'm going to transfer. So if I go to manage, and there's a couple of things. First of all, notice that the contact information is set to be private. Well, I need to turn that private registration off. Otherwise, what's going to happen is the transfer will bounce. Now, you may not have private registration on your domain. I paid extra for it. So what you need to do is remove the privacy. It'll give you a little bit of a scary message, but yes, I'm going to remove the privacy. Okay, so privacy's been removed. If I continue scrolling down, notice it says the domain lock is on. So I click edit, and I can turn the domain lock off. Okay, so privacy's been removed, and the domain lock should be off, and it says pending. It takes a few minutes for this to actually take effect. But if I pop back over to Google Domains and I click refresh, so notice here it already is unlocked. So now if I head back over to the GoDaddy page, I can say transfer domain away from GoDaddy. So I'll click that. So they give you a bunch of stuff. I've already done these things. Okay, now they want to know where I'm transferring to. You don't need to tell them. You can just say continue with transfer. They'll say, oh, you can save 20%. Well, I'm about to save 50%, so I don't care about that. Continue with transfer. So they are going to send me an authorization code. So I need to wait for that to arrive in my email. So here they've sent me an authorization code. This is a one-time code that is only used for this transfer. So I'm going to copy that. Head back over to Google Domains, and I will paste the authorization code in there and hit continue. So it found a website, but really I'm forwarding devbasemedia.com to my YouTube channel at the moment. But if you actually had it connected up to a website, it should pick up the name servers and it should forward them. So I'm going to continue. So by default, privacy protection's on and auto renew is on. That's all fine. They're going to charge me money. Now, this is kind of cool. This domain, I only registered it in July of this year, which was only a couple months ago. And I kind of expected that here I am in September. I thought I would renew the domain and it would be good for another year as of this date. But in fact, it's keeping my full registration up to July 13, 2019, plus it's adding a new year. So it's like I'm not really losing anything in this transaction. I'm just saving money. So I'm going to proceed to the checkout. And hopefully you have your address filled out already. If you don't, you'll have to fill it out and hit buy. And that's it. So notice now I've got devbasemedia.com in transit. So what's going to happen is within a few days, it's actually going to do the transfer. GoDaddy's going to sit on the domain a little bit, hoping that I'll change my mind, but I'm not going to change my mind. In fact, they'll send an email saying, are you really sure? You can stop this if you want to, but you don't need to stop it. So I hope that was useful to you. You know, a lot of my audience likely has a domain name out there, and this is a way to save some money, get a few more features out of the box for free. So thank you for watching.